Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you all doing? I hope you fine and well. Welcome back to another video. As you have seen from the thumbnail to the title of the vlog, today I'm going to be giving you 5 different business ideas below 5 million Ugandan shillings. That is approximately 2,000 USD. I did put up a post and I did ask you guys which videos would you love to see from my channel, and a lot of you, and when I say a lot of you guys requested me to go on and create for you videos of different business ideas that you can come back home and do, especially my sisters working in the UAE, and other people in the diaspora, and other people also in the country. So I'm here to actually deliver that. 2,000 USD is approximately 5 million Ugandan shillings. That is way much more money to actually start up a business and it thrives here in the country. Some of the business ideas I'm going to be giving you, I've actually made enough research, and I'm pretty sure you can also use less than 5 million Ugandan shillings, meaning you can use 4 million Ugandan shillings to actually start it up, or 3 million Ugandan shillings, or even if you want something more fancy according to the location or the different guidelines of a particular division here in Kampala, especially when it comes to licenses and all that, it can again go even a little bit to 5 billion Ugandan shillings. But before actually I dive into the video, if this is the first time you're watching me, make it the point that you subscribe, you like, you comment, and you share out with friends and family. I'm tanyanishailoc. I'm here to actually empower you to see that actually you can be able to start up a small business, make some money easier, faster, without any stress. This brings me to the first business idea you can start up with around 5 million Ugandan shillings and below. This is decor and events business. If you are not aware, here in Uganda or generally in Kampala and other districts in Uganda, we actually have a lot of different ceremonies and parties. Especially this can be ranging from traditional parties or events to weddings, to birthday parties. A lot of people right now are celebrating birthday parties, which was not a norm while I was growing up in the in the early 2000s, but right now it's a thing. A lot of people are doing baby showers. So that brings me to the real idea, the real gist. You can decide to start up this business specifically dealing in events and decor. It is not so hard to actually start up this business, because most of the time, if you are a little bit creative, you are going to be diving into a realm of business where you are going to use that opportunity to be able to learn a lot of different things when it comes to decorating such parties, and also attaining different things such as tents and chairs and different things that generally are used to decorate different parties and different things when it comes to such a business. I'll give you an example. I know of a person who started with about 3 million Ugandan shillings. She started out with tailoring tents, and she got the tent for 50 by 50, then 100 by 100. She then got the canipo chairs. I think the canipo chairs, she started with 100 of them, and both of those items, they actually took her around, I believe, 2.8 by then. She started this business last year. Was it last year, 2020? I believe around 2020, around 2.8 million Ugandan shillings. Little by little, she did add in the chair covers. Little by little, she did enroll in some talented people who were already in the business to teach her how to decorate birthday parties. They also taught her where to buy these different decorative things in Chikubo, and these things are very, very affordable. It only comes back to you. Especially, I always advise people, start within your circle, start within people around you. Tell them that you have your business which specifically decorates and also which specifically sets up different events. Also, with time, when you grow, you realize that it has a lot of different opportunities. You can go on to specifically niche it down to providing different clothings for brides here in in different cultures in Uganda. Gomesi, it is one thing that a lot of women, especially women who have had 9 to 5 jobs right now and they are staying completely at home, that they are investing in the events and decorative kind of business. They go buy their gomeses, they tailor them very well, so that when a person comes to rent them in, they only live in there and Dagamuntu, and they can give them the the gomesi to go use on their wedding. Also other things. This is such a very broad business, but probably if you need more information, let me know in the comment section below. This actually brings me to the second one, and the second one is all about cafe or lounge or restaurant, something like that. This is another business that if you have the right people who are cooking the right food, when I say right food, I'm meaning good food, who are cooking good food, you have high chances of actually attracting and also keeping customers. It's a business that only needs a little bit of research and planning so that you can be able to, to set it up. When it comes to the place or location, you'll need about, I believe, maybe $1 million Ugandan shillings to book a place and start working in it. You can also get different options when it comes to chairs, to cutlery. That might take you around 2 million Ugandan shillings. And the 1 million Ugandan shillings, it can always cater for other things that are going to just come in as secondary, which you did not counteract. I'm not saying to start a very, bougie kind of cafe and lounge, of which if you have more than 5 million Ugandan shillings, you can actually do that. But if you are just starting out, I always advise people that there is no best time to start, but the right time it is to start when you have the idea. Everything comes on as everything moves on. So it is a second idea that I know it as a matter of fact that if you start it even with only 5 million Ugandan shillings, you can be able to grow, evolve, and over time even that business for cafe and lounge can grow where you can start delivering food. It can grow. And right now the power with social media, with TikTok, people are always reposting different places, different restaurants, different cafes, different lounges. So if you have ever thought about starting a cafe or a lounge or a restaurant, I think it's also a very, 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 very good idea to actually consider, especially when it comes to this era we are in. So I have all my notes here. The third thing I would love to talk about, it is the pharmaceutical and healthcare supplies store. Yesterday I was talking with one of my good friends. She's called Natasha, and she actually runs and operates a business such as this one I'm just mentioning or talking about. And I was inquiring from her that I have a lot of subscribers who actually ask me about starting up a business with only about 5 million or 4 million, and she told me this business, it only requires capital. That is all. Capital and a good location. You can always get, connections to where you are going to be buying in bulk. Even when you are not a nurse or doctor, you can always employ in nurses, not even doctors. You can always employ in nurses or pharmacists to come in and sell these things, Most of the time, a lot of people fear this business because they think that you should have, a certificate or a diploma in nursing or something like that. No, it is not. It is not. You can always be the director of that business, employing people to come in, and you can be able to sell all these different equipments, the dental, equipments, the scalers, the BP machines, the small ones, all those small, different things. And I promise you can be able to get money over time. It's a business that doesn't require a lot of requirements or restrictions. It only requires your cash and money to be able to go here in town, look into different, healthcare supply stores, know what is going, know what is selling, know what people are buying. Go buy those in bulk, get a nurse or someone who already has the experience to sit in a business and always come in to facilitate and see how the business is moving along. So that was the third one. The fourth one I would love to give an idea about when it comes to starting a business with only 5 million Ugandan shillings and below. It is the foreign exchange store or shop. Guys, foreign exchange is also one thing that has been booming in Uganda, and I would love to bring this to your attention. If you're a person who has ever wanted to work around money, who has always wanted to be in such a business, this is the right period than never before to jump onto this journey. There are a lot of different opportunities. Right now, there are a lot of different, tourists coming into the country. There are a lot of different import and export happening right now between different countries. A lot of people right now have foreign exchange money, if that makes sense. Meaning that if you start it up, around 4 million Ugandan shillings would be the best for you. 5 or 4, get a wonderful place with good security. I insist on good security because this is a sensitive business. It needs you when you're at least in the city center. You are going to be opening up around 9 a.m. in the morning, and by 5 in the evening you're already done. And most of the time, this business, it operates in a way that you can always add in other financial entities. You can bring in mobile money services, MTN and Airtel. You can become a bank agent, literally also at the same spot. You can be selling airtime, all those different things. But around 4 million Ugandan shillings is literally enough. You don't need to have 10 million Ugandan shillings. A lot of Ugandans, especially from my experience, Ugandans always are exchanging dollars and pounds. Yeah, at least also Kenyan shillings, because Kenya it's nearer to us. Maybe rand, mafaranga from Rwanda. So only 4-5 million Ugandan shillings, it's actually enough for you. Use the 2 million Ugandan shillings to set up and get good security and maybe a worker. 3 million Ugandan shillings is literally enough for you to start in, go in a bank, get dollars, get Ugandan shillings, set up very well, start attracting in customers. For such a business, it needs you to be very persistent, creative, and above all, be able to, do a little bit more research, because it's a topic which is concerning all about money. Yeah, this actually brings me to the last not side hustle, but the last business idea I would love to tell you to start, especially if you have, around 5 million and below. This is a grocery store. A grocery store is also one of the good things you can start up, especially if you have already an idea of hard work. I'm saying hard work because such a business, it actually needs dedication so that you don't make losses. But it's very, very absolutely easy and simple to start up. Get a location. After getting the location, get the interior decor situated, electricity, different, masao cabins, bring in all those different things. Fridge, you can start with 1 or 2. Go in Chikubo, buy in bulk. 3 million Ugandan shillings is enough for you to make sure that your grocery shop is actually filled. Buy sugar in bulk. Buy, soap in bulk. These normal basic needs Ugandans use on a day-to-day basis. You can be able with time to be able to scale it up, even make it into a supermarket if you need to make a supermarket, if that is your dream. This brings me to the end of today's vlog. I've actually shared more than what I intended to share, but as you see, guys, I'm very, very, very invested in this topic because I know that I started, talking about business ideas now over 3 years ago on my channel, and I've had a lot of testimonies from different, friends all over the world, especially my friends who come back from UAE, starting up a life here, that they have been able to start up a beauty shop, they have been able to start up a grocery shop, they have been able to start up that and all these business ideas I actually recommended to them. Until we meet next time, don't forget to subscribe, to like, and also comment in the comment section below which other business idea do you think that someone can start up with only 5 million Uganda shillings and below. Tanyanishailoc switching out. Bye for now.